why it is, how it do, what it does. Waking up in the Hove on April 9th, 2024. And usually we don't have somebody behind us this, it was him. I thought it was him. We just waved at him. I thought it was him. See, when you're up this high, it's, that's new. When you're up this high, there's not a lot of neighbors, if you will. So, essentially, around this part, people know people. We got neighbors that are pretty damn cool, like that guy, Ricky. Great guy, man, just a great guy. And we kind of look out for each other. The other day, he let me know that I forgot to close my gate. You know, that kind of thing. Got a neighbor across the way. I helped look out for him. We found a couple of guys broke in there on a moped in black and got away with a propane tank. But we were able to call and help thwart any further robbery. And then we got neighbors that live in a plastic dollhouse. Hopefully they're on drugs. We say hopefully because, well, could you imagine living in a plastic dollhouse and you're not on drugs? So yeah, we've got a little slice of DEI here in the HOVE. What in the damn is DEI? Well, if you do live here in the Hove, you might not have heard about DEI. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we certainly have diversity here in the Hove. That is Hawaiian Ocean View Estates. When it comes to equity, some people do have more than others. That is very true. We've got multi-million-dollar homes here next to, well, plastic dollhouses. And then there's us. Yes, this is the land of diversity, equity, opportunity, but what about the I? What does the I stand for? Well, we're going to go out on a limb and say there's no I in America. Yes, there is. Okay, we're going to go out on another limb and say there's no I in USA. But there is an us. It is about 1 plus. Okay, it's not just about one. What do we mean? What we mean is we live in a community of people. We don't live in an isolated world of one. So, allowing every individual the opportunity to compete against each other and progress, hopefully depending directly on the quality and amount of work they put in. That's great. That is an experiment that we have been running, we as in this country, since 1776. For nearly 300 years. 250 years, actually. Almost, yes. So we are here almost 250 years. And now we're starting to see things that personally, I believe the founders of our country were concerned about. They did foresee this type of division, and they did put in bylaws and regulations in order to help eliminate the prospect that we will be breached by a tyrannical force. Unfortunately, what has happened is the slow invasion of our political system by foreign interests. Now, whether or not it's an actual foreign country is to be determined. We are 100% sure that our system of governance here in the United States has been infiltrated by people who do not have the same values as the founders of our country. They do not have the same values as the most progressive liberals alive today. They don't have the same values as Christian conservatives. You see, the values that are being projected onto the masses in real time through both public sanctioned institutions such as schools, universities, also programs, stipends, if somebody's on EBT. I mean, this essentially is a doctrine that has really become extremely prevalent. And it's not just critical race theory, it's not just DEI, and it's not just a systemic problem. Systemic meaning, it's been in place through the system over a compounded amount of time. Essentially what we're seeing in real time, we believe, is we're going to lose this country. We don't say this lightly. If we as in the able-minded citizenry of the United States of America, if we don't band together and rise up together to stand up for what it is that we believe in, what it is our country was founded on, then we're not going to have a country. The fact that we were able to chalk most of this up to negligence is mind-blowing. Looking back at everything that we have witnessed since 2001, we were extremely foolish to have campaigned so hard for Bernie Sanders. We absolutely believed in that man and his message to the extent that we went knocking on doors canvassing for the man. We voted for him. We donated to his campaign. But over and above all that, we believed in what the political revolution of 2016 stood for. And looking back, we realize there's a reason that Bernie Sanders' initials are BS. We don't believe that Bernie Sanders is a bad guy. In fact, we still like the guy. We wouldn't want him to be the captain of the ship anymore because we have processed new information and came to a new conclusion. Now, that's not flip-flopping, okay? This is literally taking in new evidence and facts and then factoring that into your position and adjusting accordingly. And that is not flip-flopping. So flip-flopping would be the equivalent of, say, I don't know, Hillary Clinton, for example, being against same-sex marriage. And then she's for same-sex marriage. Why? Because new evidence, new facts, she had a change of mind and heart? Or was it because she decided to change her position based on what other people or what the external world would think or how that would react to her? Well, that's the difference, okay? And we're not saying we've never flip-flopped, but we are saying that we don't remember a time in the last 4 years that we flip-flopped. We can say that for 100% sure. We do not remember a time in the last 4 years that we have flip-flopped. We have a sincere commitment to the truth. Now, the truth can be vague. We believe there is such a thing as universal truth. That is the irrefutable, unobjective, pure essence of what is. That is true. To figure out what the truth is, we need more than just our damn self to sit down and converse. To have a converse session or a conversation with someone else who is also interested in learning or uncovering the truth. Now, generally, these sort of convergences occur best when the two parties have differing opinions. They are, for one reason or another, on opposite sides of a specific argument, or maybe one is more inept, naive, clueless, and the other is a little better versed, a little more intelligent, familiar. And that sounds more like an interview, actually. So, yes, you see, our objective is to sit down and just chop it up, swap perspectives, chase the truth, and walk that ledge. We walk that ledge between what is and what isn't, what can be and what already was. We balance that line. We hold the line between the manifest and the unknown. If you want to join us, we would absolutely love that. We have a hotline that's open every weekend, 808-491-3283. You can reach Damn Cam, that's me, DAAMNTALK @gmail.com. And we can talk about whether or not you believe that the current state of America is simply negligence or if it is intentional. Let's have a damn talk. You'll find Damn Talk at locals.com. Locals.com is an alternative to Facebook and Instagram and basically the big brother sites. Locals is for you and for creators to connect with fans, for writers to connect with readers, for performers to reach their audience, and for MCs to rock a mic. All of that actually happens at locals.com, and you'll find us at thatDaamnTalkspot.locals.com. thatDaamnTalkspot.locals.com, where people proceed information. Session out. Damn Cam here, wearing a somewhat provocative outfit on April 10th, 2024. Why in the damn are we wearing Trump socks and a contradictory Trump t-shirt? The answer to that, and maybe a couple other questions, maybe, will be in today's Random Rant with Damn Cam. Welcome to Damn Talk. Looks like somebody may have messed with the barrier we put up there to prohibit the suspected puppy killer and confirmed garbage man from throwing any more of his garbage in our gully. We say garbage man, we're talking about like a piece of human garbage, not the actual guy that breaks his back working to clear the waste from our houses. This is the guy that arguably doesn't have a spine, who is going and finding places that are open on the land where he can throw all of his garbage, when 10 minutes away there's a dump that you can literally dump anything pretty much for free. So yeah, we did say this was going to be a random rant, and we shall proceed. Information. If this is your first damn talk, sorry. This is not a very good eye-opener to what it is we like to be about here at DT and DTDJO. Now, coincidentally, Damn Talk shares its initials with a fairly renowned Republican presidential running mate. Running mate? No, just a guy who's running in the race. Yeah, and what do we mean? We mean Mr. Donnie T. And yes, it's true. We are talking about the Orange Man. And if you don't like talking about the Orange Man, you're not alone. As you can see from our attire here, we personally do not care for Donnie T. That said, we don't vote for the captain of the ship based on whether or not we like the guy. That's ridiculous. That would be on par to choosing your heart surgeon based on friendliness or based on how well you like them. Unfortunately, a lot of people aren't able or willing to set aside their own judgment of somebody's character and put what's best for the entire ship ahead of their own personal preference. Now, there are a lot of people who are able to do that. What's unfortunate still is the majority, well, we can't say that. A solid amount of that group of people won't be voting for change. So in other words, we've got a president right now that has been president for damn near 4 years. If we wanted a change, we would vote for the guy who is the incumbent. In other words, he is running against the guy that's already got his butt in the POTUS seat, okay? So, if people are not liking the state of the country right now, if people don't like paying $6 for a gallon of gas, $8 for a gallon of milk. Oh, wait, that's here in Hawaii. Although it's probably damn near close to that over in California and some other larger liberal states on the mainland. If you don't like the fact that your $100 that you stashed away last month, you put that in the savings, that actually equals about $89, $87 if we were to factor in how much more expensive everything costs now. Something called inflation. It's another word that gets thrown around quite a bit that people may or may not have an actual correct conception of what that word is. Essentially, the Treasury does have the authority to print more money. And the more money we print, the less it's worth. Right? Maybe you've seen the headlines in the news lately about the violence that's happening due to organized protests, primarily carried out by migrants, they call them. They're illegal aliens. And of course we hear, no human is illegal. You know, undocumented, even that sounds bad. It's like, well, look, okay, fine. Illegal, arguably, we will agree, yes, that does have a negative connotation, as it should, because if you broke the law, you're doing something illegal, and that should have a negative connotation. It should sound negative, because it is, okay? That's one thing. Second thing is, when did we begin to change the language to the extent that we stopped using the term alien? We stopped using the term illegal and essentially replaced it with migrant. Migrant used to mean a seasonal worker here on a work-related visa. In other words, they applied and got permission from the United States to enter the United States and then operate as an entity within the United States. Okay? here's a little sidebar. People may wonder why we call them aliens. So you can fact check us on this if you're able to. You see, we are all essentially property of the federal government. If you are a United States citizen, if you were born and you operate in this country, you are essentially a product of the country. Don't believe us? Go find your birth certificate. I want you to go find your birth certificate, the original. Go find your original birth certificate and look on that piece of paper and look anywhere for it to say this is the original document. You're not going to find that. What you're going to see is this is a certified copy. Why is that? Well, because your birth certificate is actually in the basement of a warehouse somewhere, filed amongst billions of other birth certificates. And what they do is they will calculate exactly how much money they think you'll generate based on a whole slew of statistics, some faulty, some not, based on information that they've collected from your parents and your parents' parents, third-party corporations, companies, businesses, public service programs such as, public education. You see, all of this is factored into a total, and that total is the projected wealth that they believe you will make and then pay taxes on. And what they do is they will calculate your projected wealth along with the billions of others, and then they will use that to determine how much money they can borrow from foreign entities. So in other words, they have looked at us and said, okay, they're going to make probably $1.5 million over the course of 40 years. And that's pretty good. We can file this with the excess of $1 million, and then they just tally it up and they say, all right, China, look, we've got 100,000 new people this year with a projected income of, $1 trillion over the next 10 years. And then China's like, okay, punch that in. Here's the interest. Okay, here's the big red, white, and blue F you. And that is essentially how we got to where we are with the multi-trillion-dollar debt, the ceiling that has been raised and raised more than Mitch McConnell's eyebrows. Yes, we are talking about a very serious issue. And the term of alien, okay? Well, what do they do? If you can't pay what you owe in your taxes, or say you can't pay a contractor and they can put a lien on your house, so they can prohibit you from doing any more work on your home. They put a lien on it. Well, an alien essentially is a worker or a undocumented citizen that is operating in the United States. Now, they're not, you see, they might as well have a lien on them because they're not able to contribute into society. They're not able to legally operate. So we call them aliens. Damnguage. D-A-A-M-N-U-A-G-E. Damnguage is our personal study of language and how it is used today, how it was potentially passed down from generation to generation, and how there may be hidden clues within the English language that our predecessors left in there to help future generations wake up and become enlightened to the real happenings on this planet. In this domain, on this dimension, in this plane of existence, we would argue there is a list, there's a manifest, if you will, of all that can be, and together we can help talk the truth into existence. We can help bring the truth into the manifest at Damn Talk, DAAMNTALK, where people precede information. Yours truly, Damn Cam. heading into Kona, Hawaii. We've got a day on our hands, and that'll be for a later part in the video that has nothing to do with this serious topic that we've just convulged, potentially deviated from the primary subject matter, which is don't just obey. Alright, Damn Talk DJO, Don't Just Obey, was established in 2015 by our predecessor. Some would say that we're full of it and it was actually us. We would say, you've never heard of identical twins? You've never heard of, what's the other kind of twin? We've heard of it, but obviously not enough to retain it any damn way. That's beside the point. The point is Nurmak Black of Nurmak Music actually kicked off Don't Just Obey back in 2015 when a desire to spread knowledge, share that knowledge with others, going back and forth in such a way that the knowledge becomes truth. Mutually agreed upon, classified as, filed away in the cabinet of truth. There was only a couple episodes, to our knowledge, of Damn Talk, Don't Just Obey back in 2015. We picked this thing up in 2020 and decided to run with it, and here we are 4 years later. We still have not shot an official episode of the podcast. For one reason or another, be it long-term recovery from drugs and alcohol, be it being a new father, being a estranged father and fighting that battle, being a small business owner, moving, from a state that I lived in for 21 years, and then uproading. There ain't no roads that come here. Hawaii it is. We chose Hawaii, for that's where our family lives. First and foremost, we have family that was on Oahu for quite a long time, and we still do. We got family on the Big Island, and our immediate family's here on the Big Island. So we decided the Isle of Big, the IOB, is where we wanted to land our hat. Not sure what's going on. We're mixing up these common phrases this morning, and ain't that just be the bear in the woods? Does a chicken have poop? Any damn way. We are 100% not giving up on this. This is not something that is just a fantasy or a daydream. We're going to have a nice studio with professional equipment, and we're going to attract people to converse with that are interesting, that have some sort of experience that is well rooted in truth, or they have a very strong belief or personal opinion. Somebody who is well versed, or somebody who essentially wants to talk to us. I mean, we welcome all walks so we can have all talks. Damn Talk is DAAMNTALK. Primarily found at locals.com. Locals.com, although it sounds like it could be started here in Hawaii, has nothing to do with the locals of Hawaii. Locals is for the locals of the earth. If you are a local to the earth and you're tired of this corporate power that is just spreading its tentacles of influence into every aspect of our culture, whether it's shaping the very construct on our device, suggesting videos, or fine-tuning the algorithms to the point that they're predicting our emotions. These are all very, very real happenings, not even just prospects anymore. These are real happenings that can be avoided altogether by subscribing to locals.com. It is 100% free, and there are already millions of people on that platform, many of which you've already heard of and probably want to follow, or that word, right? Follow me. Oh, we have followers. The only one that we recognize having followers in that regard is, I suppose, Jesus H. Christ. And we wonder if he had a Facebook, how many followers would he have? Probably more than 12. Now, if he had a locals, if Jesus had a locals, we would all be gay. If Jesus had a locals, all the yokels would complain. Because locals is so free, when we said it what we mean. Wasn't homosexual, just happy. So, if you didn't like our little song, I suppose you can hit the thumbs down button there, and that would explain the thumbs down for this entire video. And if you did like that song, go ahead and smash the like button. If you don't care about that song at all, because it was really just an impromptu nothing that we're kind of adding to this ruby red ramble of a damn rant on April 10th, 2024, then, you can follow us. You can subscribe, but really what we'll ask of you is to head over to locals.com, make a free account, check out thatDaamnTalkspot. It's thatDaamnTalkspot, and say what up. Damn Cam wanting to get down over the microphone about some spiritually political philosophies. We want to get down about some socio-economic happenings. We want to get down about the local ins and outs of Hawaii and how it's governed, the history. Honestly, Hawaii might be one of the most interesting states in the entire United States. Why is that? Well, over and above the fact that it is extremely diverse, it's the only state that is literally separated from the entire continent by a large body of water, and it's also the last state to become a state. There's a lot of other history here that many people, locals included, may not know about. Where do we get our information? Well, you see, our history is that we have ancestors who migrated here. That's right, we are the product of past immigrants. And they migrated here back when, at least we can trace it to, it has been traced to. We didn't do the footwork, our grandfather did. Solomon, not the most Chinese name, but one damn of a name if you do ask us. Solomon did the work, and Kung Kung, his father, was able to pass down the information that led to us believing we have been a part of Hawaii since 1860 something. We will probably be alive when the 200-year mark comes. It's going to be 2060. We'll be here. Your boy will be here. We're going to be old, man. We're going to be old, and we're not going to be coming to you from this. It's going to be a different prospect altogether. But you just watch. We're going to be here. We're going to be talking the damn. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be damn-tastic. And, if it's not, then there is beauty in a bittersweet symphony. There is audibly pleasing noise amongst the screeching of the tires. Okay? If you hear the tires screeching, that may be the last sound leading up to what may have been a head-on collision, which would have been way worse of a sound. So, perk your ear holes up, get your eyeballs out, pay attention, so that when the time comes, we can wise up to what is happening. You see, if we are paying attention, we will pick up on the truth, no matter what it is the leaders are saying. For we have reached a place where truth now is become so objectified. It's so objective. It's controversial. Well, is this true? Well, is that true? What's true? You know, this is a time to really, really rise up, wise up, open your eyes up, and stay tuned. It's more of a test than anything. Speaker check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check it out. It's damn cam in a damn van. Not a damn van. It's a truck, man. Know what I'm saying? Get it done. Here I am. I'm the only one in this damn shirt. The shirt, yeah, it's not what it's worth. It's like $50. $50 for a damn tee. Damn tee? Whoa, when? Like, man, gee, I want to get it like Jumanji. Harry, bro. Wait a minute. Robin's scary, though, because he's gone, and I really liked him. I'll be honest, dude. I lost it there for a moment. But yes, here we go. We're at Lowe's, don't you know? We got some stuff to return, so yeah, Hawaii it is. Either the homeowner gave us the wrong deal, we gave them the wrong deal, or they gave us the wrong deal. One of those three, or a combination of either of those three. So we're bringing 7 gallons back, hopefully exchanging it across the table for a different 7 gallons and picking up an additional 20. So we'll be getting out of here with 27 gallons of premium Cabot stain. See how it goes. Truck started. It didn't at first. We actually sat here for, I don't know, long enough to do the survey, because these people freaking rock, man. A lot of red, white, and blue going on in this frame right here. Ooh, doggy. Yeah, so interesting, you know, the people that do react to this provocation that we wear proudly, accompanied with our socks here. It's safe to say that we drew some eyeballs. One older guy, you like paying twice as much for gas, huh? And we thought he was talking about the electric weed eater we had in our hand. And we're like, what? And then we got it. And we're like, actually, man, we voted for him. We'll vote for him again. He said, who? What? Who's that? And I said, Trump. And he kind of looked at us. I said, yeah, I don't like the guy, but the country was much better under his leadership. And then we have these wacky women waving and giving us thumbs up, you know, from their cars, of course. So there's no actual possibility of us having a short conversation that might enlighten one, which is the entire point, really. And we do like making points, pretty sharp. You know, we like our points to stick if we make them. What's the point of making a point if it's not, you know, if it's just dull? There ain't one. And for all the things Donnie T is, dull isn't one of them. Biden, on the other hand, is about as dull as his monthly ice cream pick, but really that's not what we vote on either. We vote on a preponderance of the evidence. At least that's what we attain. Well, that's what we aspire to achieve. We aspire to achieve a state of being in formation with our own philosophy and making our choice for the president based on that. we like to fill our bucket from multiple taps. So we listen to a variety of sources. Some we shouldn't, and some we haven't discovered yet, but we'd like to. We just heard about one, the Canadian Prepper. We haven't been able to check them out yet, but we actually will here on our way back from Lowe's, and we'll give you a report. Didn't see our brother from another mother in there this time. We did, however, exchange 7 gallons of that stain. We got 20 more, and in fact, you can see here we got, what is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 6, 27 gallons of stain in the truck. 27 gallons of stain. Take one out. Put it on the house. 26 gallons of stain in the truck. Something like that. Any damn way. Let's get the hell out of here. Didn't see any interesting protests going on in Kona today. There is one damn of a cruise ship out there though. Princess Cruises maybe, I can't tell. No, it's like all American. Some more red, white, and blue. It's a beautiful damn day on the Isle of Big. As always, try giving a damn. Say what up. We're tired of talking to our damn self. One of these weekends here, we're actually going to have our studio in full swing. Our temporary studio in something resembling motion. How about that? All right. Abrupt ending.